I think a large part of it is history and the erasure of successful Black people and their route to success. And I'll go a step further. For me, the erasure of Black queer people being successful in Black history, period. I was 31 years old when I heard about Bayard Rustin. So you explain to me how I can be a Black kid growing up in North Omaha, in the city that Malcolm X was born in, and I didn't know that a Black gay man completely wrote the blueprint for Dr. King's March on Washington. That this man proofread and put together the entire I Have a Dream speech. That the NAACP tried to frame him for indecency so he would leave Dr. King's campaign. And when that Black gay man left Dr. King's campaign, it was the one time when he was close to failing. You tell me how. I didn't know that. White folks ain't said nothing, and Black folks ain't said nothing. There's an African-American bookstore not 10 minutes from here, and you will not find a book by James Baldwin in there, right? Audre Lorde. So it was, once I knew I could be Black, queer, and powerful, there was no non-negotiable about whiteness having any space in what I was going to do.
History plays a huge role in how we treat people. If you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. And we in the midst of it, because even for certain different aspects of histories and varying degrees of history, depending on what you look like, you have a different history that you've gone through in this world. And if you have multiple identities, what we call intersections, where you come from a background where people have always been mistreated based on the foundation of this country, it seemed like the shit just pile up. Like you said, you can't go into an educational institution and open a book without seeing a history of us that's built on oppression. Right? And so it's like you've built your educational system, at least the historical piece, based on our oppression, because those are the stories you tell us. If you're African American in this country or Black in this country, you don't really know your history before this country. So not only have we been in a space of being lost trying to create our own identity, we've been shitted on because of it, because our identity is not like yours, or not like a white person's, or not like a Latino or Latinx person, right? I just get furious because I can remember growing up and looking at books and everybody in it that looked like me was either getting the shit beat out of them during civil rights or they was in chains. Why in history you don't teach us how to fight the justice system? Like why in history you don't give us portrayals of us doing greater things? It's the same people who have done great things, right? Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, like we learn about them, but it's so much more to our history. And so it's like the more marginalized you are, the more limited your story is in this nation.